Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name, after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started.
Go ahead and find your seat, get nice and cozy and comfy. Sit back for just a moment and assess where you are this evening, where your body is, as we begin our Tai Chi practice. Maybe you've had a relaxing day and everything feels good and ready to move. Or maybe you've done lots of things already today and you've got some tired spots, maybe some sore spots that might need a little extra love and attention. Whatever the case is, check in and set an intention for yourself to always treat yourself with love and kindness and respect, and not to do anything in your practice that will cause you pain. Now, I like to sit up a little at the edge of my seat, starting with my hands on my knees, and then inhaling and exhaling nice and big. I start to let my hands slide down my knees, down my shins a bit, and then right back up with my inhale. How far down do I go? It doesn't matter. You go however far feels right for you. Up and down, rubbing the knees, nice and slow, matching your movement with your breath. And then welcoming our new person. On the next one, we'll come right up and the hands flip over and drip off the edges of the lap, floating up to the corners, hugging in and sinking the chi. Flip the palms, float up again. And one more. From here, our hands slide off the ends of our laps, floating up in front, pulling in, elbows sinking as we open the door. Perhaps as our hands float up, our heels do too. And then drift down as our hands return to our lap. Nice and slow and relaxed. It's steady, like the flow of water. Moving around whatever obstacles we face. One more, opening the door. And then from here, our hands droop off the sides of our lap again, coming up in front, hugging in, and then opening out nice and wide. One hand scoops under, the other on top, as we come in to embrace the moon. Inhaling open, and exhaling closed. Beautiful. Nice and slow and steady. Continuing, one hand on top and then the other. And then whichever hand is on bottom. We'll finish out here, coming into the center, hugging the tree, flipping our hands over, and sinking the chi. Palms flip over and drift off the sides of the lap, rising, hugging in, packing down a little more of that sleepy bedtime energy. One more here. And then from here, our hands slide off the ends of our laps, float up in front, and we come into our little sway. Nice and gentle, elbows and shoulders soft, our hands floating at the ends of our arms, our fingers dangling like the leaves of the branches hanging from a tree, gently ruffled by the wind. I don't know if you guys can see my curtains billowing. I left them open because it's warm here. So I'm definitely feeling the wind ruffling my leaves today. Now when we get back over to that corner, we're going to pause there, push and pull. Nice and gentle. Rolling through like the tide, and then rolling right back out. Last one, and then we're going to leave our hands extended, come back into our sway. And then, not this time, but next time we get to this corner, we're going to do our push and pull on this side. That same gentle rolling. How much are you pushing? I don't care. Whatever feels right for you. The only thing I care about is that you're still in that sweet spot where you can smile and not think nasty thoughts about me. One more here. And then leaving the hands out, coming into our sway again. Slow and gentle. It's a very light breeze today. And then when we get back to that first side, pause there, pull in and step in this time, and then step out however big feels right to you. Coming back into our push and pull. And then on the next one, we're going to cross our hands at the wrist right above our knee, and then open up and around the princess in the valley. Maybe some nice big circles, maybe smaller circles. Whatever makes your shoulders feel happy. One more here. And then pushing your hands back out. Pull in and step in. Push out to the corner. Come back to your sway. That little shift side to side. Cheek to cheek. Feeling your connectedness, the support of the chair beneath you. And then when we get to that side, we're going to pause there, pull in and step in, and then stepping out, push and pull on this side. Maybe reaching a little further. Maybe even lifting the toe. Whatever feels good. And then on the next one, we're going to cross our wrists up high. right up above our heads, and then down and around for Princess on the Mountain. Now, I like to reach down by my shin below my knee, because that feels good for my back. You reach wherever feels good for you. Whether that's above the knee, below the knee, you might be more flexible than me and go all the way to the floor. I don't care. One more here. And then we're going to push back out, pull in and step in. Come back to our sway just for a moment. And then make that big hug. Drag it to the middle. Open out wide. And sink the chi. Gather in a little more energy. And letting your hands push all the way down to your lap. And then lifting the palms before they drip off to the sides. Feeling that contact. Waking up the nerves a little. Maybe feeling the texture of the fabric. Noticing the little things. One more here. And then from here, we're going to slide our hands right off to the edges of our knees. Not down though. And then we're going to make loose fists. And pull our hands back up. Dragging them up our bellies all the way up towards our heart space. Our hands flip over and open. Press up towards the sky like a kitten, stretching. And then rolling the wrists around, making those loose fists again. Drag it back down. Right back to the heart. And then pressing down all the way down to your legs, pushing a little into your thighs for a moment. And then slide the palms forward, make those loose fists, drag them right back up, all the way up your belly, curling in, and then big yawning kitten energy, stretching out. Maybe roll one fist, then the other. Dragging it back down, opening out wide, pressing down into your legs, and then sliding off the ends of the knees one more time where the tiger cub stretches its paws. Opening, pushing up, and then turning like you're kneading with the paws, pulling it back down, and then pressing down one last time, holding it just for a moment here, feeling the strength of your arms, the strength across your back, the strength in your hands, and then slide your hands off the ends of your knees, float them up in front, open out wide, and just one sink chi. And then you get to play with a new animal form that I just learned today. Maybe two sink chis. And then we're going to slide our hands off the ends of our lap. Float them up in front. Pull in just a little. Stepping one foot out and then the other. As we bring our hands down. And then back out, up and over. And we say, wow. Reaching with our tiger claws as the tiger cub pounces. Dragging it in. And then up and over again. Wow. Apparently that's what the tiger says in Chinese. I don't know. But I thought it was really cute. One more. Wow. Feeling our claws stretching out, dragging it in, and then sending one foot with the heel pressed up, pouncing that direction, dragging it up, back to the center, and dragging it up, and then back to the other side. Wow. Dragging it up, and then one more right to the middle, and drag it up. And then let the hands sink down to the lap, so heel the feet in, hugging it in, and sinking the cheek. Sliding the hands off the lap, floating to the corners, gathering a little more energy. Now that the tiger cub has played and pounced, burned out all its energy, it's ready for bedtime. And we move from the tiger into all in stately crane, sliding our hands off the ends of our laps, opening up wide, bringing our hands out to the sides, and then maybe lifting one heel, maybe off the floor, maybe the toes still touch down. And then the crane lowers its wings, coming up on the same side. Crane spreads its wings even more, maybe coming all the way up, and then down, and then up, just to halfway, and then down, and one more all the way up. And then floating back, going to the other side. The other foot lifts, maybe just the heel, maybe the toes as well, and then floats down. And then the crane lifts its wings all the way up, separating each feather, letting them glint in the sun. Back up to the halfway, just shaking a little water off the wings. And then one more time, all the way up. And then down. The hands come into the lap, palms flip over, one sinking the chi. Still breathing. And then the hands float off the ends of the lap again, sliding up in front, opening out wide, coming in across almost like cloud hands. But then this hand scoops up and the opposite fingertips rest on the wrist and drag across. The hands switch places and drag back the other way. And then one more back across. And then that hand floats down to the lap and right back up. The hands switch places and drag across. Beautiful. That hand floats down to the lap, right back up, scooping under and dragging across. One more like that. The hand drifts down. And then the other side. And now, as we move across this way, we build. One hand drifts down, the other reaches up and back. And then it comes back to its start, drags across, opening up through the chest as the white crane spreads just one wing here. Beautiful. I've never actually seen one spread just one wing, except in pictures, but I hope someday. On this next one, we're going to add one more step. As our hand pulls back, that same foot taps out with the toes, and then pulls back in, floats across. The foot taps out, then comes right back in. Beautiful. One more like that. And then on this next one, we're going to add one final piece. As our crane stands at the edge of the riverbank, it reaches down, plucking something out of the water, and rises right back up, floating across. Other side, reaches down, plucking maybe a little fish, maybe a little morsel of leaf, or I actually don't know what cranes eat. Whatever they eat. One more on this side. And then one more on the other side, because we gotta be even. Can't be lopsided. If you're wondering, the actual name of this one is Needle at the Bottom of the Sea. Dragging across one more time and then making a hug. Drag it back to the middle. Open out wide. And sink the cheek. Inhaling as we open. Gathering in all that energy, and then exhaling as we sink it all down. One more here. And then from here, we're going to slide our hands off the ends of our laps. Float up in front one more time. Open out wide. One hand scoots under, the other on top. We step one foot out, and we come right into parting the wild horse's mane. Holding the ball, and then the hands slide apart. Beautiful. One more like that. And then stay with me. We reverse direction, opening out, almost like we're doing that crane again, but kind of slanted. Like we took a picture and then angled the camera funny. Beautiful. One more there. And then rolling back through the other way, parting the wild horse's mane. Still breathing. And then the bottom hand scoops up. Both hands come back past the waist. Big hug in the center. Open out wide. And embrace the moon going the other way. Stepping out on the other side. Parting the horse's mane. Beautiful. One more like that. And then rolling the other way. Slanting back. Coming through, almost like we're embracing the moon on the other side. And then opening up. One more. Or not. Your choice. And then roll through the other way, right back to parting the horse's mane. Beautiful. Last one here. And then that other hand sneaks up. We pull both hands through, stepping back to the center. Make that big hug, open wide, this time sinking the chi. Rise into the corners, floating in. Little more peaceful bedtime energy. And then not this one, but on the next one, we're gonna float our hands up a little higher overhead. How high? Up to you. And then we're gonna bring our hands down through our center, just to where they reach our lap, and then they bounce right back up, scooping out and around, rubbing the Buddha's belly, coming up and under, out to the sides, one sinking the chi. And then bouncing back up to the heart. Make a diamond shape with your fingers and push it out. Like you're shining out some of your own heart energy, adding to the energy out in the universe, making the world a little brighter place just because you're in it. And then we'll let the hands drip down to the knees. Flip the palms, sliding off the sides, up and overhead again. Down through the heart. Bouncing right back up, scooping around the belly. The Buddha has a very big belly. It's a very big scoop. And then back down to the lap. One, sinking the chi. Gathering in some of that energy the universe is sharing with you. And then bouncing back up to shine your energy back out into the universe. Holding it maybe a little longer this time, stretching maybe a little further. And then letting the hands melt down. One more time as we finish our heart opening. Up overhead, all the way down, bouncing up and around. Dropping back to the lap, our one sinking the chi. And then pressing that heart energy forward, even a little further, even a little longer. Almost like you can touch the person on the other side of that screen. Almost there. And then dropping the hands to the lap. One more sinking the chi, just to gather in that last little bit of energy to carry you into your peaceful night of sleep. And then bring your hands to rest on your lap. Maybe scoot back in your chair. Take a moment to get a little comfy. If it would feel good for you, close your eyes or just soften your gaze. And take one more moment to check in with your body again. As your breathing returns to its natural rhythms. As your heart returns to its natural rhythms. As you hold on to that peaceful energy to carry you through that long, wonderful night of sleep, all the way through to wake up fresh and energized in the morning. Taking one more breath in and out. And you're welcome to stay sitting and relaxing for as long as you would like. So our class is done, and I thank you so much for sharing your evening with me.